Chapter of making the transformation into the Shent bird, saith Osiris, the scribe Ani. I have obtained the mastery over the animals with the knife, in their heads and in their locks of hair, who live among their emeralds, the aged and the shining beings who prepare the monument of Osiris, Ani, triumphant in peace. He maketh slaughter upon the earth, and conversely, I am strong, I have made passage, exalted into heaven, I have purified myself, I have made long my footsteps to my town, possessing my going to Sepu. I have placed the being who is in Inu, I have set the gods upon their ways, I have made glorious the temples of those who live in their shrines. I know Nut, I know Tatunen, I know Tesher, I have brought along their horns. I know Heka, I hear his words. I am the calf red which is in the writings. The gods say when they hear, let us abase our faces. Let him come to me. There is light without you. My seasons are in my body. I do not speak evil in the place of right and truth, every day advancing in right and truth, being shrouded in darkness, sailing to keep the festival of the dead one, embracing the old man, the guardian of the earth, Osiris, the scribe Ani, triumphant. I have not entered into the cavern of the starry deities. I ascribe glory to Osiris. I have pacified the heart of those deities who follow him. Not am I afraid of those who create terror, or of those who live on their lands. Behold me, I am exalted upon my standard, upon my seat. I am new. I shall not shall I be overthrown by the doer of evil. I am Shu of primeval matter. My soul is the God. My soul is eternity. I am the creator of the darkness, making its place in the bounds of the sky, the prince of eternity. I am the exalted one in Nebu. I become young in the town. I become young in my province. My name is not Setting. My name is Soul, creator of new, making his seat in the underworld. Not is Seem my nest, not cracked have I my egg. I am the lord of millions of years. I have made my nest on the borders of the sky. I come down to earth of Seb. I destroy my defects. I see my father as the lord of Shatut. As concerning Osiris, Ani, his body is in Anu, ordered by those who are with Kiu. I at the burial place of Amenta, a messenger. Chapter of making the transformation into a lotus, saith Osiris Ani. I am the lotus, pure coming forth from the god of light, the guardian of the nostril of Ra, the guardian of the nose of Hathor. I make my journey. I run after him who is Horus. I am the pure one, coming forth from the field. Chapter of making the transformation into the god who giveth light in the darkness, saith Osiris, the scribe Ani, triumphant. I am the girdle of the garment of Nu, shining, shedding light, the guardian of his four parts, casting light into the darkness, uniting the two fighters who live in my body with the enchantment mighty of my utterance, raising him that hath fallen he who was in him in the valley of Abydos. I rest, I have remembered him. I have carried away the god who, from my town. I have found him in it. I have led away the darkness by my might. I have bound up the eye in its failing at the coming of the 15th day of the festival. I have weighed Sut in the house's upper by the aged one with him. I have provided Toth in the house of the moon god at the coming of the 15th day of the festival. I have carried off the crown, are right and truth in my body, and the emeralds and crystals of their months. Is my estate there among the lapis lazuli in its furrows? I am the woman who lighteth the darkness. I have come to lighten the darkness. It is the lighted doubly. I have lighted the darkness. I have overthrown the destroyers. I have ordered those who are in the darkness. I have made to stand those who weep, who hid their faces, who had sunk down. They looked upon me then. I am a woman. Not have I caused that ye should hear concerning her. Chapter of not dying a second time, saith Osiris Ani, triumphant. Hail Toth! That is what is that which hath happened to the children of Nut? They have done battle, they have supported strife, they have done evil, they have created the fiends, they have made slaughter, they have created troubles, but surely they have worked the mighty against the weak, in deeds their all. Grant then, might of Thoth, that hath decreed to move. Not seest thou evil, not art thou enraged when they confuse their years, and go in among their months, because they have done iniquity, secret in what they have done against thee all? I am thy pallet, O Thoth. I have brought to thee thy ink jar. Not am I among those who work iniquity in their secret places, not may be done iniquity to me, saith Osiris Ani. Ani, hail to Mu, what is this to which I have come into it? But surely without water it is, without air it is, deep doubly, darkened doubly, remote doubly. He who liveth in it is in peace of heart, not are performed love joys in it. May there be given to me splendor in the place of water and air and love joys, peace of heart in the place of bread and beer, hath decreed it to Mu, the seeing of thy face. Surely not shall I suffer from these things which pain thee. God every shall transmit his thrones during millions of years. Is thy throne to thy son Horus? Decreed hath Mu, that shall be surely his career or among the princely ones. But he shall rule over thy throne. He shall be the heir of the throne of the dweller in the lake of double fire. It is decreed, but that he may regard me as his second, and that my face shall see the face of the Lord to Mu. What then is my duration in life? It is decreed that thou art for the millions of years, a duration of millions of years. I have granted that he may pass unto the princely ones. I am but doing away with what I did all when the earth was coming from new, out of the watery abyss, like unto its former state. I am Fate and Osiris. I have made my transformations into the other serpents. Not now they, mankind, not can perceive thy gods the doubly beauty which I have made for Osiris. Greater is he than gods all. I have granted to him to rule in the underworld. But his son, Horus, is as his heir upon his throne within the lake of double fire. I have made it but his seat in the boat of millions of years. Is Horus established upon his throne with his friends, and possessing his remains, but hath departed the soul of Sut, greater than the gods all, Amenta. May it be granted to me to bind his soul in the boat of the sun at his will. Fear, divine members. O my father Osiris, hast done thou for me what did for thee thy father Ra? May I abide upon earth, may I possess my throne, may be strong my heir, may make green my tomb, my friends who are upon the earth, may be given my enemies over the destruction of Selk for their fettering. I am thy son, my father is Ra. Thou hast made me this same life, strength, health. Is Horus established upon his throne? Grant thou the course of my life may be that the advancing of a state of being venerated. Chapter of entering into the hall of double Mati. A hymn of praise to Osiris, the dweller of Amentet. Say, Osiris, the scribe Ani, triumphant, I have come advancing to see thy beauties. My two hands are held up in acclamation of thy name's righteousness. I have come advancing. Not hath come into existence the ash tree, not hath been produced the shunt tree, not hath created the ground of Asir plants. Now I have entered into the place of hiding things. I have spoken with Sut. My friend hath entered to me, clothing his face, falling down upon the things which are hidden. He hath entered into the house of Osiris. He hath seen the hidden things which are in it. Are the divine chiefs of the pylons in the form of beautified spirits? Hath spoken Anubis on both sides of him, with the word of a man at his coming from Ta Mera. He knoweth our paths and our towns. Offerings are made to me. I smell his smell as one of you. Saith he to me, I am Osiris the scribe, Ani, triumphant in peace, triumphant. I have come advancing to see the gods great, and I live upon the offerings which eat their doubles. I have been to the borders of the Ram, lord of Tatu. He granted that I may come forth as a Bennu bird, that I might speak. I have been in the waters of the river. I have made offerings with incense. I have made my way to the shint tree of the children. I have been in the Adidos, in the temple of Setet. I have submerged the boat of my enemies. I have sailed forth upon the lake in the Nesem boat. I have seen the noble ones of Kamur. I have been in Tatu. I have brought myself to silence. I have placed the image of the god upon his 2 feet. I have been with Perteptu, F, and I have seen the dweller in the divine abode. I have entered into Asar. I have draped myself in the apparel of him who is there. I have entered into Restau. I have seen the hidden things which are there. I was hidden, but I found a passage. I have entered into an Arut Uf. I have put on the clothes which are there over my nakedness. Hath been given to me Anta, urgent of woman with the earth, of mankind. Verily, Sut hath spoken to me the things concerning himself. I have said, let thy weighing be within us. Saith the majesty of Anubis, art thou knowing the name of door this to declare to me, saith Osiris, the scribe Ani, triumphant in peace, triumphant this, driver away of Shu, is the name of this door, saith the majesty of Anubis. Art thou knowing the name of the leaf upper and the leaf lower, lord of right upon his 2 feet, is the name of the leaf upper, lord of might, disposer of cattle, in the name of the leaf lower? Pass then, thou knowest, Osiris, the scribe accountant of the divine offerings of gods, all of Thebes, Ani, triumphant, lord of veneration. To be said when one cometh to haul this a double mati, of separating one from sins, all which he hath done, and of seeing of God every the faces. Hail God great, Lord of Mati, I have come to thee, my Lord. I have brought myself that I may see thy beauties. I know thee. I know the names of the gods 42 who exist with thee in the hall this of Mati, and who live as the punishers of sinners, who live upon their blood on day that of computing depositions before Un Neferu, very recti, merti, f, and mat is thy name. Verily I have come to thee. I have brought to thee mat. I have driven away the foe of the. I have driven away the wickedness. I have not done inequity to mankind. Not have I done harm unto animals. Not have I done wickedness in the place of mat. Not have I known evil, not have I acted wickedly, not have I done each day every works above that I should do, not hath come forth my name to the boat of the prince, not have I despised God, not have I caused misery, not have I caused affliction, not have I done what is abominable to God, not have I caused harm to be done to the servants by his chief, not have I caused pain, not have I made to weep, not have I killed, not have I made the order for killing for me. Not have I done harm to mankind. Not have I taken aught of the obligations in the temples. Not have I purloined the cakes of the gods. Not have I carried off the offerings of the blessed dead. Not have I fornicated. Not have I defiled myself. Not have I added to, not have I diminished the offerings. Not have I stolen from the orchard. Not have I trampled down the fields. Not have I added weight to that of the balance. Not have I diminished from the weight of the balance. Not have I carried off milk from the mouth of the babe. Not have I driven away the cattle which were upon their pastures. Not have I captured the birds of preserves of the god. Not have I taken fishes with bait of their own bodies. Not have I turned back water at its season. Not have I cut a cutting in water running. Not have I extinguished a flame at its hour. Not have I violated the times for the chosen offerings. Not have I driven back the cattle of divine things. Not have I repulsed God in his manifestation. I, even I, am pure, times 4. I am pure with the purity of Benu, the great which is in Sutenhennen, because I am, behold, knows that of the Lord of wings, making to live mortals, all on the day that of filling the Uchat, the Heliopolis, in month second of the season of coming forth to the end, before the Lord of this earth. I see the filing of the Uchat in Heliopolis. Not let be done evil to me in land this, in the hall this of double mat, because I know the name of these gods who are in it, the followers of the God great. Hail, Strider, coming forth from Anu, not have I done wrong. Hail, embraced with flame, coming forth from Karaba, not have I despoiled. Hail, Fentiu, nose, coming forth from Kamunu, not have I robbed. Hail, eater of shades, coming forth from Kernet, not have I slain men twice. Hail, Neharra, coming forth from Restau, not have I defrauded the offerings. Hail, double lying God, coming forth from heaven, not have I diminished obligations. Hail, whose 2 eyes are fire, coming forth from Saut, not have I despoiled the things of God. Hail, flame, coming forth and going back, not have I spoken lies. Hail, breaker of bones, coming forth from Sutenhannen, not have I carried off food. Hail, shooter forth of flame, coming forth from Memphis, not have I afflicted any. Hail, Careti, coming forth from Amentet, not have I committed fornication. Hail, whose face is behind him, coming forth from his cavern, not have I made to weep. Hail, Bast, coming forth from the secret place, not have I eaten my heart. Hail, blazing legs, coming forth from darkness, not have I transgressed. Hail, eater of blood, coming forth from the block, not have I acted deceitfully. Hail, eater of intestines, coming forth from Mabet, not have I desolated plowed lands. Hail, Lord Mat, coming forth from Mat, not have I an eavesdropper. Hail, Strider, backwards, coming forth from Bast, not have I set my mouth in motion against any man. Hail, Sartiu, coming forth from Anu, not have I raged except with a cause. Hail, doubly wicked, coming forth from Anti, not have I defiled the wife of a man. Hail, double serpent, coming forth from the torture chamber, not have I defiled the wife of a man. Hail, looker at what is brought to him, coming forth from Paramsu, not have I polluted myself. Hail, chiefly of the mighty, coming forth from Amet, not have I caused terror. Hail, Kamiu, coming forth from Kisu, not have I committed offense. Hail, disposer of speech, coming forth from Urit, not have I inflamed myself with rage. Hail, babe, coming forth from Abu, not have I made myself deaf to the words of right and truth. Hail, Kanem-mt, coming from Kamemet, not have I caused grief. Hail, bringer of offering, coming forth from Sais, not have I acted insolently. Hail, disposer of speech, coming forth from Unaset, not have I stirred up strife. Hail, Lord of faces, coming forth from Nechephet, not have I judged hastily. Hail, Sekhuru, coming forth from Uten, not have I been an eavesdropper. Hail, Lord of 2 horns, coming forth from Sais, not have I multiplied my words upon words. Hail, Nefertmu, coming forth from Memphis, not have I harmed, not have I done evil. Hail Tamu in his season, coming forth from Tatu, not have I made curses of the king. Hail working in his heart, coming forth from Tabu, not have I fouled water. Hail sistrum bearer, coming forth from Nu, not have I made haughty my voice. Hail provider of mankind, coming forth from Sais, not have I cursed God. Hail Neheb-Ka, coming forth from his cavern, not have I committed theft. Hail Neber-Nephte, coming forth from his cavern, not have I defrauded the offerings of the gods. Hail Avenger of his head, coming forth from his shrine, not have I carried away offerings from the beautified ones. Hail Bringer of his arms, coming forth from the double town of Mat, not have I carried off the food of the infant, not have I sinned against the god of the town. Hail white teeth coming forth from Tashi, not have I slaughtered the cattle divine. Homage to you, O gods, these. Even I know you. I know your names. Do not cast me down to your slaughtering knives. Do not bring forward ye my wickedness before God, this whom ye follow him. Not let come my moment before you. Declare ye right and truth for me before the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, because I have done right and truth in Tamara. Not have I cursed God, not have come my moment. Homage to you, O gods, who live in your hall of right and truth, without evil in their bodies, who live in right and truth in Anu, who consume their entrails in the presence of Horus and his disk. Deliver ye me from Babi, who live upon the intestines of princes. On day that of judgment great by you, I have come to you. Not have I committed faults, not have I sinned, not have I done evil, not have I borne false witness, not let be done me anything therefore. I live in right and truth. I feed upon right and truth, my heart. I have done that which commanded men, are satisfied the gods thereat. I have appeased God by doing his will. I have given bread to the hungry, water to the thirsty, clothes to the naked, and a boat to the shipwrecked. I have made offerings to the gods, and the sacrifice meals to shining ones. Deliver me, then ye protect me, then ye not make accusations against me before the God great. I am pure of mouth, pure of hands. I said to him, Come twice, by those who see him, because I have heard speech that's spoken by the donkey with the cat in the house of Heptre. I have borne testimony. Before him he hath given the decision. I have seen the division of the Persea trees within Rastu. I, I offer up prayers in the presence of the gods, knowing what concerneth their persons. I have come advancing to make a declarations of right and truth, to place the balance upon its supporters within the amaranthine bushes. Hail exalted upon his standard, Lord of Atef crown, making his name as Lord of winds. Deliver me from thy messengers who make to happen dire deeds, who make to arise calamities, without covering upon their faces, because I have done right and truth. O Lord of right and truth, I am pure, my breast is washed, my hinder parts are cleansed, my interior hath been in the pool of the right and truth, without a member in me lacking. I have been purified in the pool of southern, I have rested in Hemet, to the north of the field of the grasshoppers. Bathe the divine sailors in it, at the season of night, to gratify the heart of the gods after. I have passed over it by night and by day. Thy grant his coming, thy say to me, Who art thou? Say thy to me, What then is thy name? Say thy to me, I grow among the followers, dwelling in the olive tree is my name. Pass on thou forthwith. Say they unto me, I have passed by the town north of the bushes. What then didst thou see there? A leg and the thigh? What then didst thou say then? I saw rejoicing in those lands of the Fenku. What then did they to thee? A flame it was, a fire, together with a tablet crystal. What then didst thou do otherwise? I buried it by the place of Mati, with the things of the night. What then didst thou find there by the place of Mati? a sceptre of flint, maketh it to prevail thee. When then is it the name of the sceptre of the flint? Giver of winds is its name. What then therefore didst thou do with the flame of the fire, and with that the tablet of the crystal, after thou dost bury it? I uttered words over it, I adjured it, and I extinguished the fire. I made use of the tablet in the creating of a pool of water. Come then, pass over the door, this of Hall, this of Mati, thou art knowing us. Not will I let enter thee over me, saith the bolt of the door, this except thou sayest my name. Weight of the place of the right and truth is thy name. Not will I enter thee by me, saith the lintel, right of the door this, except thou sayest my name. He weigheth the labors of right and truth is thy name. Not will I let enter thee by name, saith the lintel left of door this, except thou sayest my name. Judge of wine is thy name. Not will I pass thee over me, saith the threshold of the door this, except thou sayest my name. Ox of Seb is thy name. Not will I open to thee, saith the bolt socket of the door this, except thou sayest my name. Flesh of his mother is thy name. Not will I open to thee, saith the lock of the door this, except thou sayest my name. Liveth the Uchat of Sebek, the Lord Baku is thy name. Not will I open to thee, not will I let pass thee over me, saith the dweller at the leaf of the door this, except thou tallest my name. Arm of Shu, that place itself in the protection of Osiris, is thy name. Not will we allow to pass thee by us, say the posts of the door this, except thou sayest by our name. Serpent children of Renet are your names. Thou knowest us. Pass then by us. Not shall tread thou upon me, saith the floor of the hall this, except thou sayest my name. I am silent, I am pure, because not do we know thy two legs thou treadest upon us with them. Tell them to me then. Traller before Amsu is the name of my leg right. Grief of Nephthys is the name of thy leg left. Tread upon us, thou knowest us. Not will I question thee, saith the guardian of the door of hall this, except thou sayest my name. Discerner of hearts, searcher of reins is thy name. I will question thee then. Who is the God dwelling in his hour? Speak it, thou. The recorder of the two lands. Who then is he, the recorder of the two lands? Toth it is. Come, say Toth. Come thou hither. I come advancing to the examination. What then is thy condition? I am pure of evil. I am protected from the baleful acts of those who live in their days. Not am I among them. I have examined them thee. Who goeth down into the flame? Its walls are surmounted with Uri, being his paths in the same lake. Traverser Osiris is. Come forward then, verily. Thou having been examined is thy bread, and the Ucharit, thy beer, and the Ucharit are brought out to thee. Sepulchral offerings upon the earth of Uchat hath decreed it for me.